Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well, and thank you for allowing us to come into your homes again this midweek time that we all share together. I hope that you're doing well, and we hope that this time that we do have together, it's a new normal for our church, but we hope that this time instills a little bit of hope and encouragement and hopefully some faith into your life. You know, this last Sunday, churches all across the country met via technology and online, and we're so thankful that the church is still going strong, even in times of uncertainty. One of the biggest things that we believe as a church at Forward is that the things that we can accomplish for God is not because of how big we are or because of how talented we are, but it is by the might of Jesus' Spirit that lives in all of us. And it's in that Spirit that we can all meet together online. Just because we're not in a building does not mean that we cannot be the church. And that's exactly the way God designed our church to be. And so 2 weeks from now, I'm going to be giving my first Easter message, and I'm really excited and blessed to be able to do that. But next Sunday, you're going to hear from John Langley. He is a friend of our church, and he is going to be preaching this Sunday on becoming. And it's going to be fitting so well because next Sunday, Easter Sunday, we are going to be celebrating Easter, celebrating the risen King that we all worship and that we're all united in spirit. But this Sunday, he's going to be talking about the church becoming something. And the following Sunday, we're going to be ending the comeback series and what I believe God is calling the church to come back to do. And over the course of the last few weeks, I really do feel like God is telling us something as a church. You know, Philippians 4:6 says this: "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." And that's what I'm asking all of us to do right now. If you're a part of our church, I pray that you can take time out of your week this week and pray for your church, for your families, for our country. You know, in the Old Testament, King David, before he had a battle or before he had some type of obstacle that he had to overcome, the first thing that he did was to inquire to God. And that's what I'm asking all of us to do. On a more personal note, if you are dealing with some really difficult things right now, maybe your job is really unshaky. Maybe you've just been laid off because of the recent circumstances that we find ourselves in. Maybe your family is in disarray. Maybe you have family members that are not doing so well. The first thing that we can do, and this is what I'm asking all of us to do, is to simply pray. Pray for people all across the world. Pray for your families. Pray that this thing will just pass through and we will be meeting soon together collectively. You know, one of the things in this comeback series that we've talked about is that God not only wants us to come back, and not only does he call people to come back, but he calls us back with substance, meaning learning from what we have been through, learning from the valleys that we've been in, maybe the things that we have done wrong, maybe the mistakes that we have made, or maybe mistakes that other people have made that are out of our control. Either way, God calls us back from those places in our life, but he calls us back with substance. He calls us back with a greater plan, a greater calling on our lives. And so Easter Sunday, that's what we're going to be talking about with the church. It's fitting that we find ourselves in the circumstances that we do as a church. You know, what do we do when we don't have a building? Well, the thing is that our church has not had a building for a very long time. And so it's fitting that we can actually understand and learn what it truly means to be the church, because we don't have any walls right now. And so we will all be united in spirit and as one this upcoming Sunday as John Langley brings the message. I'm really excited about that. But then the next Sunday, we're already preparing for what God is going to do Easter Sunday. We look forward to seeing you there, and we hope that you can join us.